JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So the PPP changes are too late for some of the smallest businesses. So a quick video to share is that we really need Congress to push the Senate to pass the PPP being extended through May 31st. It's going to do two things. First, it's going to allow those that got the first draw PPP for the first time in 2021 to be able to go and apply for the second draw, assuming they qualify for the second draw, but that'll open it up for more Schedule C filers, that sole proprietor, to be able to go and get the second draw. Why? Well, there's an 8-week waiting period between getting the first draw and getting then the second draw. Well, only those that got PPP in the earliest parts of January are going to hit that 8-week waiting period before the end of the current expiration of PPP being March 31st. Well, PPP didn't even open until January 11th, and that was at the smallest of institution to the smallest of applicants. So extending it, the first thing is it allows more people, more Schedule C filers especially, to be able to get that second draw, assuming they qualify. The second is that I believe if the SBA knows that they now have until May 31st, they then will open it up to where the new calculation for Schedule C filers, which is then based on gross income, line 7 of Schedule C, will then be available for those to go and reapply for PPP Draw 1 or possibly Draw 2. The Schedule F filer is able to do that. So the new law that went into play on 12/27 allowed for Schedule F filers, farmers and ranchers, to be able to get the PPP based on their gross income. And they're able to then go back and reapply for first draw. So even the Schedule F filers that got PPP in 2020 can go and reapply for that under that new provision. The Schedule C filer needs that same benefit. They need that same opportunity. There are so many Schedule C filers that got it last year, and then they did qualify for second draw this year, having gross receipts down, so they went and got it. Then the formula changed March 3rd, which is phenomenal. And it definitely is helping those that never got PPP in the first place, because the Schedule C filer got PPP based on their net income. Well, if you had a loss, you didn't get anything, or if you had very little, you obviously got very little. So it being based on the gross is huge. But there are many small businesses out there that went and got Schedule C PPP, and they might have only had a net income of maybe $10,000, and they got $2,000 from PPP. Better than a sharp stick and eye, as my dad would say growing up. But if they have a gross income that is higher, obviously, then they're obviously going to get more. The sole proprietor, the max they're going to be able to get with no employees, that is $20,833. This isn't huge money, but it is huge to the smallest business. So share this video. Tweet, share on Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm putting in the body of this video a link to the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate so that you can contact your representatives, your senator. Let them know that you're in favor of extending the PPP so more people can be able to participate. More will be able to get the relief. And then also urge them to urge the SBA to allow those that got PPP based on the original calculation that they can go back now and get it based on the new calculation based on gross income. There's so many small businesses. They got the first draw, they got the second draw, and now we have the calculation that would have allowed them to get so much more. And when we say so much more, again, $20,833. This isn't millions of dollars. I mean, it's not even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you have to be a pretty good size small business Schedule C filer to even get the max. But the amount that people got, yes, it helped, but they need more. And now that they've got the new calculation, it needs to be made available to those that want to go and reapply. Extending the PPP deadline, if you will, from March 31st to May 31st allows more people to be able to get the second draw with the 8-week waiting period. And it was, I think, allows for the SBA to then open up and go, okay, if we got another 2 months, then we'll open this up that people can reapply and get it on the new gross income line 7 calculation. All right, hey, spread the word. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, by the way.